they're sick and tired. They're sick and tired of this third party situation and all the karma and all the drama that they created, and that they're going to have to go through this to spiritually awake. And you're also sick and tired. You're wanting to move on from it, but you don't want to repeat the bad history. You don't want to repeat that cycle. And I don't blame you, because it's real commitment this time. Splitting the deck. Real commitment. But you just don't trust, because the secrets they probably held from you before. But you're smart. You found out what these secrets are. Let's get a few more cards from this deck. Welcome back. Release all negative energy. Let's have a nice clear message from our spiritual guides.
This is a reading for the collective. Which cards shall we start with? I have this deck right here coming to me.
What message do you have for my collective today? Surprise me. Honeymoon. Somebody in love. Somebody going through love on the brain, talking often and feeling all the feels. Doing too much, excessive, overindulgence. I am hearing possible love bombing. Head over heels, falling in love, intentions, emotions. I feel that somebody is swept up. They're swept up over you. There might have been a past third party. Third party relationship that they've learned their lesson from. This message is starting to come clear. I'm getting like goosebumps even. I feel like I'm getting this is definitely the energy of a person. I'm not feeling that this is your energy. This is the person you might be dealing with. Their energy. Yeah, they might have had a hidden lover, low-key situation, a side piece. But I feel like that person has nothing on you. Yeah, because you're leveled up, and you're leveled up, they're leveling up, they've learned their lessons, they're acquiring some wisdom from this. Spirit guides, help me have clear messages, help me lean with my intuition, and understand what messages does my collective need to hear. Welcome back, by the way, to my channel, where I do intuitive tarot readings. So this masculine pride, this might have been like had kind of like toxic masculinity. Like I was saying earlier, the vibe I'm feeling, the energy I'm feeling isn't necessarily for you. It's about your person. And they're starting to have some self-awareness. They're cutting through some illusions, detaching from their ego. And I was just thinking this, honestly, when I was pulling this card, that this person's having an awakening. We saw the cards earlier about karma and them waking up from delusions. They're penny pinching. There could be some financial struggles of this person. Dramatic. They may be even trying too hard, which earlier we were thinking how they could be love bombing you right now. You could get the feeling that they're love bombing you, but at the same time, it's like there's some nostalgia here. There's some recalling the memories and reminiscing. Bottom of the deck, we got all the cards that we got earlier. We got the karma card and the swept up. Karma card is the third party relationship lesson. So yes, this masculine, prideful, toxic masculinity energy is learning this lesson that having a third party and was not very fulfilling. This might not also just be that it financially was draining, but it was low value. It just, the third party relationship they have is very low value. And you're definitely their boo. And they're swept up, they're head over heels and falling in love and very intense emotions with you right now. Collective, it sounds like you are definitely possibly their twin flame. This is feeling like a really deep connection, and it's spiritually waking them up. Being around you spiritually wakes them up. It's a long haul. They're in it to win it. Long-term intentions and investments. Yeah. Okay, we got some good cards here about your person and your energy, collective. One card that's standing out to me though is this extra card. It's like the Joker. And it's like, do they sometimes act like the class clown? They're very dramatic and trying too hard and starter. But I feel like their energy half the time could be very, everything's all good, everything's all laughs, shits and giggles. And that's how they've been. But like recalling memories and this nostalgia that they have with you is spiritually awakening them. It's like they're starting to, they're starting to spiritually wake up and get out of their ego and starting to see things for what they actually are, which is you're definitely their boo. They want to make this relationship with you official. I'm getting, they're really wanting to cut ties with this third party. They want to cut ties with a third party. The karma is kicking their ass. I have a feeling that they're also financially struggling too, and that's part of the karma. They might have either were a sugar daddy or sugar mama to this third party individual, but somehow the financial flow just isn't really coming through like it used to for them, and they're not wanting to clown around anymore. They don't want to clown around anymore. I almost said they don't want to call them anymore also. So that's another message from the guides right now. Thank you very much, spiritual guides, because I think they are done. They probably blocked or am thinking of blocking this third party. They're clearing that. Yeah, they're clearing the path so that nothing stands in the way of being with you, collective. That's good news, but at the same time, it's like, you know how toxic this other energy, this other individual was to you. I mean, they were secretive. I just picked up another deck, by the way. But their sneaky and dishonesty has really messed with you. It's a controversy. I mean, just cutting the deck, this is what I got. So I'm definitely picking up on the energy that, this person might be really head over heels for you and wanting to make this a long haul and a long-term intentions. But to do so, they're going to have to change their ways to be with you. It seems like you might have conditions or a reentry fee. You're like, you best be better than I am, or that you were soul searching. Opposites attract. Sick and tired. I feel like you and this other individual are pretty much the opposites attracts part here in this card. I don't think this is the third party. I think this is you, collective, and that masculine that we're talking about. You guys might have different aspects, and one of you might be a judger and the other one might be a perceiver. You might have completely different, opposite, opposing Myers-Briggs personality types, astrology signs. But they're sick and tired. They're sick and tired of this third party situation and all the karma and all the drama that they created, and that they're going to have to go through this to spiritually awake. And you're also sick and tired. You're wanting to move on from it, but you don't want to repeat the bad history. You don't want to repeat that cycle. And I don't blame you, because it's real commitment this time. Splitting the deck. Real commitment. But you just don't trust. because the secrets they probably held from you before. But you're smart. You found out what these secrets are. Let's get a few more cards from this deck. Is this really a safe love, though? If they're spiritually awoken, I mean, maybe so. I mean, they can't be childish anymore. Love that lasts. Like, here we got the childish card paired with, like, the old timers card. Mature love and childish. It's pick a side, right? Pick a side. And I think that's what's happening here is that they are picking a side. They're no longer messing around with this third party relationship. And that's good because you deserve a lot more than what this person had offered to you before. Yeah, and you might have been fed up and walked out. You're like, deuces, I'm cool. Like, you're not going to tolerate cheating, third parties, childish behavior, toxic masculinity, wandering eye. You're not going to tolerate that anymore. They kept you waiting, maybe. I'm also seeing the image of they might have been a little narcissistic too, where they walked in front of you and it was always like you had to catch up with their pace. And instead of them walking with you, whether that's physically on a road or a sidewalk or just period on like a spiritual path. All right, one more shuffle. More messages from this deck. Spirits, thank you. They're definitely thinking of you. And what should I say about nostalgia? They have so much nostalgia for you. I mean, you are definitely an energy that I'm getting that's unforgettable, that is like forever lasting love for you. So even if this person messed up, there's something about you that they're never going to be able to get over, never going to be able to forget. I mean, they're grieving you too, fixated on you, manifesting a reunion. I'm getting like teary-eyed for you, collective. Let's get some tarot going to clarify these cards. This is definitely their energy. This is definitely your energy over here. All right. Bottom of the deck, we got the Three of Wands. It's like they're waiting for their ships to come in. They're waiting for the right move. Definitely somebody from your past. Let's go ahead and get some clarification on here. Can you clarify what message no, thank you, spirits. Overall energy of this masculine. What's the overall energy of this masculine? It's going through their head, and we'll work on their intentions and everything else. They're feeling like the Fool, so this overall energy could be they're maybe finally seeing a different perspective than they've had before. And I was just saying that earlier, that opposites attract. Maybe one was all perceiving and the other one was all judging. This divine masculine. How does he become a divine masculine with the Page of Coins? So it's an immature growth start, though. I mean, they're with the Page of Coins, they're trying to find the value within themselves to bring forward to you. They're not a knight or a king or any of one of those courts cards yet, where they have some mastery, some master skills in how to treat you. So they're starting off with coming out of this toxic masculinity, but moving forward into the right direction, at least. The Chariot, moving forward into the right direction. So, I mean, there is movement here. There is movement here. They're starting to bring value to the table. That's great. They're bringing the value to the table. Thank you for this card. Okay, Two of Swords in reverse. Two of Swords upright is usually like trying to make a decision. Which way do I go? But also, ego could be blinding them. This was in the reverse, so they're starting to take off the blindfolds, pull off the rose-tinted sunglasses, That might have been the distractions they had in the life when they had this past third party or these lessons that they've been having to learn. And they're wanting to move forward. We already got that this is a long-term intention, and they're wanting to invest with you, collective. Yes, they're wanting to invest within you. They want to, it's like they're actually processing all their emotions and their thoughts and all the options they had. Ooh, are they finally closing? Are they finally closing doors? Oh man, were they like one of those types of people who are literally, they kept every door open? And I'm gonna stop talking to this person, but the door's cracked because you didn't block them or something. Like, that might be where this clown mentality or this toxic trait was coming from before. But it's like they're finally making the decision here to walk away. Here's the decision card. They're making the decision to walk away from having all these options. I'm hearing, what is that term for fear of missing out? There it is, fear of missing out. FOMO, fear of missing out. FOMO, sorry. Yeah, they had FOMO, but they're learning for the spiritual awakeness that that's not how to move forward. That's not how you clear the path. That's not how you clear the path and get over the karma lessons, is keeping doors open. You have to close some doors. And a lot of people are always like, okay, when one door closes, another one opens. Yes, but you don't want to open every single door. That's like overload. Sometimes we need to like zone in, have our conscious and subconsciousness combined and know which way and which direction we're going, because we did get the Chariot earlier too. Like, moving on to calmer waters. Moving on to calmer waters and away from this third party, because this is definitely a karma lesson. Karma lesson here with the world. So that chapter is definitely closing out. That's good. We want it to close out. What are their intentions, though? What are their intentions for our collective? I'm seeing Knight cards. Are they graduating from the page and becoming the Knight? Is there any kind of motion there? What are their intentions with our collective? What are their intentions with our collective? Ooh, that might be a lot of cards. I'll take this one. Their intentions. Oh, they are going to put to rest. We got the Four of Swords. So that's like recovery, rehabilitation, rest. They could be deciding to also maybe come off of whatever addictions that they were having. It's like when you have a really bad hangover, but you keep going. You're like, I'm going to say, do the hair of the dog the next morning to get rid of the hangover, right? But then it just keeps that nasty cycle going, laying to rest that nasty cycle. Their intentions is to lay to rest the nasty cycles. This was way too many cards. I'm afraid to look at them. Let's go ahead and do a little peek before I continue on that one. Tower and the Empress with the Six of Cups, the Four of Wands, Judgment, and the Fool. Yeah, they basically broke the roots and the foundation to the connection they had with you. You are the Empress. And they sit here and they know your soulmates, your twin flames. They know they desire you for sure. I mean, they desire you. Four of Wands. They want to celebrate. You might have even been engaged to this person, married to this person, but there was a real commitment here that they had. And I mean, the tipping of the scales happened. Playing a fool served you some justice. It served them some justice. That's a lot of cards that just fell out of the deck. What are their intentions? What are their intentions? What are their intentions with our collective here? Any more cards to give us what their intentions are with our collective? Reunion, marriage, some type of celebration, but this is definitely, they want to uphold you back on that pedestal. That's the message I'm getting. They want to treat you right. You might have been a queen to them. You were definitely the empress, which is the queen of all queens. And they don't want to lose that. And for them to have a spiritual awakening, they're going to need to step it up from being a page and have some motion here with this Chariot card. And definitely lay to rest the third party. No more third party. No more sneaking around, checking out people on dating sites or DMing other people on social media. Page of Wands to the Emperor, to the Devil, Justice. Woo! Woo! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This was on the bottom of the deck. Their intentions for you, we've read. How you feel about their previous intentions is here on the bottom of the deck here. Fearfully, it could be also what you don't see coming with their intentions. But we have 1, 2, 3 major arcanas here. These are the first 3 cards that came out. We have the Page of Wands, the Emperor, and the Devil. So you see them as being a little immature about their passions with the Page of Wands here. It's a new beginning of inspiration and all that. But with the Emperor and the Devil, it's like they have 2 different personalities that you're familiar with. You might have known them to being really on top of their game, or feeling like they really were the king of all kings because you're the Empress and you're the queen of all queens. Empress, here's your Emperor. So opposites attract. We got that card earlier. Yeah, opposites do attract. So this is definitely like your twin flame here that you're dealing with. But I feel like you, collective, are way more mature, either emotionally, knowing about your desires, spiritually more mature than they are. And they're still showing up here as a page with their intentions. This is how you're seeing them, because this is the bottom of the deck now. So at the bottom of the deck, you're seeing their intentions as still a little immature. And you're like, half the time they're being great. They're the Emperor. The other half of the time, they're the fucking Devil. And they're really messing with your head. They could be really stuck to their old bad habits. With the Devil card here, they really could be chained to it. And hopefully they're going to put that all to rest. The next cards we got after that was the Justice, the 3 of Swords, and the 5 of Cups. So you've been hurt by him or she. It could be either person. But this energy, this person you're dealing with, collective, hurt you pretty deep before. Especially with that third party. It caused you some mass grief. It broke and shattered your heart. And you're weighing those scales and you're like, I just don't know if I want to go through this again. Even if them having the best intentions and they see how amazing you are and you're really feeling seen here. You really are feeling seen here. And you're really hoping another card at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. You have a lot going for yourself. You're the 9 of Cups here. You could also be a Virgo, by the way. But in the King of Cups, that would be a terrific pair. But this could also be an illusion. This could be an illusion. Like, you can stand on your own 2 feet. You're reaping the benefits of the seeds that you sowed, and they're growing, and you're into prosperity is the word I'm hearing. I'm not even sure if that's an actual word or not. That's okay. And you deserve the King of Cups. You might even be saving yourself for somebody who walks in the King of Cups energy, which is a romantic, could be a Pisces. But you're weighing the scales. You might also be like, no, hold on. With weighing the scales here and this King of Cups, when this person, this toxic masculinity energy we've been reading this whole time, was coming out as pages before, right? They're coming out as pages. Bottom of the deck, you are wanting a king. You're not going to sit here and settle. You're not going to settle. Why settle? You have so much to offer. You have so much to be putting on that table. You want to see some real value showing up, especially if you're going to even consider dealing with this past person who had a third party energy and all that. Okay, let's get a different deck too. Let's get a different deck going. This one right here. Oh man, the energy. Karma is catching up to this person. Now, what is words of advice for you, the collective? Words of advice for our collective. Words of advice for our collective. Yeah, don't get too stuck up in the nostalgia. This past energy. It's so easy. It really is. It's so easy when you get some space and some distance from an ex, a bad situation, triggers, when you get some distance from it and you start to heal, our brains don't really always remember all the negative things that happened when we were with that person. And then we start getting all nostalgic and being like, well, was it really that bad? They were pretty cool. They were emperor for a long time. We forget the devilish ways they were, though. Yeah, I mean, it's like begging for, I'm hearing these two cards are honestly like representing trauma bonding. Begging for the familiar. Wanting the familiar, even if the familiar was painful and toxic. You have to keep going forward. You have to keep going forward. You got to know what the truth is. Words of advice from my collective. Words of advice from my collective. Queen of Coins. Oh my gosh, I wish you could see goosebumps, but you probably can't because I'm just covered in ink. I don't think you could see the goosebumps, but oh my gosh, I see the Queen here. The Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Coins. So right before you or she, as in the story of the Queen of Coins, is the Nine of Coins, which you saw earlier, where you have planted and sowed your seeds, your ambitions, your values, you're upholding them. The garden is growing. The garden's growing and your value is really coming through and you're leveling up. This person is definitely drawn to you. I mean, you ignite their heart on fire, and being around you probably levels them up because they're pretty low energy. I'm seeing a lot of low energy, but it is low energy because they came off as 2 pages here. It came off as 2 pages. So there's some low energy that they're vibrating from. And that low energy has really hurt you. It's done put you through a mess, huh? But you're the Empress. You got to remember your worth. That's the advice that they're giving you, is no matter how much you're getting all this extra love bombing coming from this person who's like, you're my long-term person, right? I'm thinking of you. I'm reminiscing, nostalgic about it. You went through hell to learn some of these lessons. You went through hell to learn these lessons, to come out as the Empress. You don't want to necessarily read the book backwards, if you know what I mean. Honestly, I'm also wondering, even if this person puts this third party to the side and gets rid of the third party, I'm not understanding too well here if you're going to just forgive all that or not. I don't really know if you're going to forgive that third party situation that they put you through. Triangulation. It's messed up. You want the third party situation to be put to rest. We already got that over here. These are the exact same cards, by the way, just different decks. Four Swords. You really want, you do, you really just want, you want to nurture it out of them. These toxic, held on addictions. But you can't. The truth really is you can't. You can't just nurture it out of somebody all the time. They need to do the spiritual. They need to spiritually get woke. They spiritually need to wake up. Words of advice from my collective, please. Shall I stay or shall I go now? That's a song coming to my head. Shall I stay or shall I go now? Tomorrow. Oh God, I wish I knew the lyrics, but I'm hearing it in my head. Temperance and the Six of Swords. Finding balance. Remember, you need to be standing in your balance to stay in calm waters. You don't want a current to pick you up and take you in the wrong direction. You need to watch out for that. What direction shall our collective go? What direction will our collective go? I'm wondering if you're going to give this person a chance again, or if you're even going to reconsider it or not. Shall I stay or shall I go now? What direction shall they take? What direction shall our collective take? Page of Cups. Page of Cups, Seven of Swords. What direction shall our collective take? Three of Coins. Queen of Swords, Emperor. Death. Seven of Coins. Page of Coins. Huh. Interesting. It's hot in here. I'm like literally heating up. What direction? This is there's a warning here. There's definitely a warning here. Do not fall for this Emperor mask. Don't fall for the mask. I mean, look at that skull, like, on the death card, matched with the Emperor. Don't fall for it, because, like, once again, we've been talking this whole time about how you're an Empress, you're Queen of the Coins, you're going to see the growth of your seed sown. The harvest is coming. Your harvest is coming. All your passions and dreams and desires that you've been implementing, you've literally been implementing them. You're not just sitting here totally daydreaming and just like, oh. It's literally coming to you. You might also be surrounded by animals at this time. Nature, connecting with your roots. I'm hearing connecting with your roots, yeah. It's at the very beginning stages. The direction you're going to take is, I'm not seeing you really trusting this Emperor, because it's almost like the Emperor's deceiving. It's deceiving you. At least you're not going to fully trust them. I don't see you putting down too much, investing too much of your all your ducks, oh my gosh, all your eggs in one basket. Yeah. You're very hesitant about putting all your eggs in one basket for this person, this energy that we've been reading. And you're recognizing your emotions and your feelings about how this makes you feel. That's good. You're such a strong person, collective. I'm getting goosebumps again. And my eyes are all watery. There's just such a high energy, collective, that you're putting out here. There's so much growth. There's so much growth here. So much growth and potential that you have. No matter how much this person has had their karma and that they're trying to really put down the straight and narrow path, you're like not consumed with that drama anymore. You're kind of over it. You're like, it's not even entertaining anymore. So maybe it's not entertaining for you anymore to be in this drama, and you're just going to be busy doing you. Just stay busy, keep doing you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's a better path to go and a direction to go than sitting around waiting for somebody to really show up for you. You're showing up for you. You know your value. Be a little guarded if you must, because having to repeat lessons we've already learned is really hard. So it's really hard. All right, let's get a closing card from this separate deck that I have. Just major arcanas. Closing card. The final messages do our guides have for our collective? Any final messages for our beautiful collective? Final messages for the collective. The Wheel of Fortune. So, Wheel of Fortune, karma's doing its thing. It's just a great way of explaining it. Wheel of Fortune. Let's go ahead and just read a quick description from one of my books here. I'm feeling like they want me to read from this book. Wheel of Fortune. You are experiencing the cycle of change. The wheel is turning, and your situation is constantly evolving and shifting. What goes up must come down, and vice versa. So hopefully that makes sense to you, collective, that little separate message was waiting for you. If it does too, if any of this resonates with you, please comment in the comment section, and let me know how it resonates with you or how you liked this reading. If you like the atmosphere in the background or anything like that, like, share, and subscribe. And can't wait to see you again and have more messages for you next. Thank you.